And hello, everybody. Welcome into the Erie Tiger Network as we are a couple points in. And we hope you are ready for some state volleyball for the first time in 25 years for the Erie Tigers. It's 1-1 here in this first set against Cheyenne Mountain as there's a spike down the line but wide from the Indians. And it'll be an Erie point. And we'll have to adjust a little bit. We're used to calling this on TV. We're calling this on audio only. And so bear with us as Erie serves on the Cheyenne Mountain side and blocked at the net by the Tigers. Regrouped there by the Indians. Played over a third time. That's a dig there by Amon. Now Ramsey, who is the libero today, will play it over on the second hit. Cheyenne Mountain the attack from the middle. The hit is dug out and hit up into press row, and a point for the Indians as that went careening off a Tiger hand.
That was Sky Ramsey who it was off for the dig. Good hit from the Indians.
Now the Indians on the serve, going right to left on your radio dial, if you will. Far side, Maggie Olson rips one into the floorboards and gets the point right back, and we are all square. What? We're not.
Erie had 7 players on the floor for a moment. As we mentioned, Sky Ramsey, the libero, only in that position today because of an injury to Lindsay Sebesta. Now Addie Huber with the serve from left to right. The set, Cheyenne Mountain hits it over. Amond digs, and that's going to be unplayable. It'll go on to another court. One thing about state volleyball that you don't see in regular matches, the courts, the actual dimensions of the courts are the same, but the space around them is much smaller, less room to go chasing something out of bounds as Kurtz mistimes her jump and can't hit it over. Cheyenne Mountain will have a 4-3 lead. There's a serve from Cheyenne Mountain. Amond will set for Maggie Olson. She hits. Fielded by the barrel for the Indians. Now hit over, tipped at the net. Amond will set. Ramsey now will set. And that one will get on the line for Erie. That was Audrey Mating, the sophomore, who we have not seen get any varsity time all year until this match. It's her serve now from left to right. Cheyenne Mountain will have a hit. Ramsey digs. Amon sets for Olson at the top of your metaphorical screen. It goes long, and Cheyenne Mountain will retake a 1-0 lead. Now Mating will check out. The first set she's appeared in this year. Cheyenne Mountain serves. Ramsey will dig. Amon sets for Kurtz, sliding, and she buries it in the back middle. Lily Kurtz with the slide down. Amon set it perfectly. Dug by Cheyenne Mountain. Kurtz is there at the net, and she puts it right back down. A strong serve from Olson. The Cheyenne Mountain player can't receive it well, and Kurtz puts it back. Now another serve. This one's too strong from Olson, and we're all back even at 6. It's the libero now, Madison Fox, serving for Cheyenne Mountain. And she'll serve it out. Lexi Peterson on the floor, and a heady play to let it go. Peterson, another player that did not get regional action. Erie only used 7 players, and Lindsay Sebesta, as we mentioned, is out with a knee injury. Now Ramsey will serve. It goes long, and we're all back even at 7. Very back and forth to start this one. It'll be Lucy Jarvis serving for the Indians. She'll serve from towards the top of the line. Olson digs. Amon sets for Kate Sebesta, and she powers it home. Kate Sebesta from what would be the top of your screen has a perfect kill. And the Tigers will retake a 1-point lead. Well placed early set from Delich. Now tipped. Ramsey saved. She hit it over though. It'll go out of play. And now we're back even at 8. No team has been able to together a run of 3 points or more early on in this first set.
All right, well, thanks for being a little patient here as the audio in this, the internet in the Coliseum, not great to say the least. Now Erie on the attack, third hit will go wayward, and it will be a Cheyenne Mountain point. They lead at 10-8 here in the early goings of set 1. Tigers' first time on this floor, we mentioned, in 25 years. And now it's Ella Eddy serving for Cheyenne Mountain, right to left. Played out in the back row by Huber. Now set far side. It's Huber with the hit, and that was actually Sebesta that played back row, and Huber hit it but long. And so they'll give Cheyenne Mountain the point. And it will be, once again, Eddy to serve. 11 serving 8. As we will get the scoreboard and our graphics caught up here, as there's a serve in the back row. Ramsey back set to the near side. Cross court hit by Sebesta's block and out for a Tiger point. So they get one back after giving up a couple. And now Sebesta will go back to serve here for Erie. Now set by Cheyenne Mountain, near side, hit down the line. Good diving dig there by Eamon. Played toward the net. That's Olsen, that's blocked, but wayward and a Tiger point. So Tigers starting to get in system a little bit here. As Sebesta will go back to serve for Erie. And it was interesting, Grace, as you said, we saw a player on the court for the Tigers we haven't seen all year, and here she is in the state game, probably filling in for a little hole in the Tigers' depth chart as there's a block at the net by Huber, and a point for the Tigers for the injured Lindsay Sebesta. Now Kate, older sister, will go back to serve again. Tigers all tied up here in set number 1, 11-11. Played over, first hit, dug out in the back row by Cheyenne Mountain. They are a little bit out of system and a point. We might see a timeout, and we do. A timeout coming from the Cheyenne Mountain head coach, and we'll stick right here as this game is brought to you by Jen Elliston. For Tiger fans looking to buy or sell a home, Jen Elliston's the perfect fit for you. She prides herself in helping every family find a home that perfectly fits their needs. Jen has been helping people buy and sell real estate in the Denver metro area and surrounding areas since 2013. Whether you're looking to buy a new home, sell your current home, or buy an investment property, Jen Elliston Realty can help you meet your goals. Visit her online today at JenEllistonRealty.com. By the way, if you're wondering why this is audio only, you can watch this on the NFHS network. That's where you can find the live video of this. We encourage you. There is no announcer right now in this game, so you could listen to us while you watch on the NFHS network. All right, so back to serve out of the timeout is Kate Sebesta for the Tigers. Left serving right on your blank screen. And Sebesta scanning the defense. 4 along the back row for the Indians. Sebesta will swat it with the right hand. That will soar over the net. Pass to the near side. Cross court hit that time by Kircher. Dug out by Erie, but they couldn't get the second hit. And it's a point for Cheyenne Mountain. Indians wearing white uniforms with the maroon numbers and some maroon trim as well in the black shorts. And now serving is Emma Delich. Far side setup for Olsen. Dug out there by Cheyenne Mountain. They're on the attack. Third hit from the near side. Cross court, just tucked it in that back corner. And Cheyenne Mountain gets the point, and they retake the lead by 1. And Delich again to serve it into the back row. Dug there by Ramsey, and that was wayward. And that's, you missed Lindsay Sebesta on it was a simple serve and just a little bit miscued there that time by Ramsey. And a point there for Cheyenne Mountain here in set number 1. Delich to serve again for the Indians. She'll place it in the back row. Dug there by Olsen. That's Maggie Olsen. Back set near side. Cross court hit is blocked at the net. Back. Eamon. Dump. onto the Cheyenne Mountain side. They'll reset second in the middle. A nice dig there by Ramsey, and no, they're going to call a double touch or a net touch on Erie, and they're going to call that on Huber. And that will be another Cheyenne Mountain point. And after Tigers came roaring back to take the lead, Cheyenne Mountain now with a 3-point 15-12 lead as Delich serves again. She's the hot hand. Dug there by Ramsey. Back set to the far side. Olsen has to back up in the net. He hits the antenna, and that is wayward. And if you've ever been to the Coliseum, Grayson, kind of constricted areas.
The area is much smaller than at Erie High School when they have more room to run on the far sides of the court.
And a timeout on the floor. Kind of the backdrop for you, if you will. The courts, there are hardly any space to run side to side. You're either running into a net or running into another court. And so that makes for just, if you're a speedy defensive team, it's hard to gather balls that might otherwise spray wayward in a gym that you could get to.
And especially because most of these teams don't see an environment like this all year with the narrow spaces between courts, they have to adjust for the Coliseum. And in addition for Erie, they're without Lindsay Sebesta.
And Erie trying to adjust here in the timeout. They'll come out with Amond, Huber, Kate Sebesta, Sky Ramsey, Maggie Olsen, and the newcomer, Audrey Moding, the sophomore. And it's Delich to serve. Dug there by Ramsey, set in the middle. Huber cracks one down to the floorboards. And the Tigers get the side out, much needed after letting Cheyenne Mountain kind of run away with things for a little bit there. And they'll gather the point and bring it back to within 3.
It's always important in volleyball to get a point after timeout or to not allow one if it's the other team taking a timeout.
And it was served over on the Cheyenne Mountain side, a miscue on the third hit by Pinnell, and the Tigers get another point, so 16-14 now here for Erie.
You don't see that often from Pinnell. 250 kills on the year for the sophomore.
Serve again by Huber, set up near side, third hit, cross court, deflects off the Erie blockers, down and in for the Cheyenne Mountain point. And it's now a 3-point lead for the Indians. And back to serve is Morgan Kircher for Cheyenne Mountain. With the lead, Tigers need a little bit of a rally here. That will go long and a Tiger point. Just pelted it long, tried to zip it to the back row and sailed way into the Chassa Volunteers. And now it's Moding to serve for Erie. And Moding will scan the floor, looks to Coach Creek. Jump serve, angling toward the corner, defensive bump, now set out of the middle, hit, blocked, and just trickled over the wall of blockers and in there for a Cheyenne Mountain point.
Was Kurtz and Amond, went up to block it, got part of it, but not enough. Maybe even a little too much.
Pinnell serves, Ramsey digs at the net. It's Amon on the second hit, back on the Cheyenne Mountain side. They'll attack from the far side. Cross-court hit goes almost long, dug there by Sebesta. Now set up for Olsen, that's tipped to the net and drops in there. It was a diving pancake attempt by Eddie to save it, but it deflected off the wall and kissed the floorboards for a Tiger point. And now it's Olsen to serve for the Tigers, left to right here. Black shirts, orange numbers, black shorts, a floating serve into the back row, close to the net, and it's flushed down. Basically a two-handed jam, if you will, by Huber. She just reached up, popped it straight down, and the Tigers are within 1. Excuse me, that was Lily Kurtz. Hey, the best part about doing this audio only, you don't know when I make a mistake. Now Olsen will serve this. This one will zip in. Good dig there from the back row. Cheyenne Mountain tried to do a back attack, and somehow that got over, but tipped back by Sebesta, who was ready for that, and now they're going to say, nope, they will give Erie the point. For a second there, I thought the referee signaled a net touch on Erie, but instead he just awarded Erie the point. So 18-18 as Olsen serves it, swats it with the right hand. That one zips into the back row. Set out of the middle, near side, punch, cross court, Ramsey digs. Amid sets, big shot out of the middle, and a big block by Cheyenne Mountain. That was Savarud, and Savarud gets the block and a point for Cheyenne Mountain.
And for Hannah Svavarud, the most difficult last name to pronounce for Cheyenne Mountain, her 52nd block of the year.
And that one will go into Ramsey's arms off the serve. Far side set and a double touch on the setup. And a Cheyenne Mountain point. And the libero in for Cheyenne Mountain, that's Madison Fox, the 5'3" junior, wearing the blue libero shirt. Will serve it. Diving dig there, set up far side, blocked at the net, back over on the Erie side, ping pong back and forth. Now Amid sets up out of the middle, it's Kurtz, partially blocked, falls to the floor, and a Tiger point, and much needed. And it's only a 1-point first set lead for Cheyenne Mountain. Erie serve, it'll be Sky Ramsey back to serve. Ramsey will tuck in toward the near side corner with her serve. Runs, fires it, dug out there by Martinson, set up out of the middle, and that was partially tipped, landed inbounds anyways, and Ramsey had fallen down. That left a huge hole in the back, and it is a 2-point lead for Cheyenne Mountain. And every point here, late in sets, looming large, as Lucy Jarvis back to serve for the Indians. Now Jarvis, taking her time, waiting for the official's call. Bounce it a few times, and Jarvis will send it over to the back row. Dug out there by Olsen. Set up far side. That's Sebesta, and she ripped one down the line, indenting the floorboards with that swat. And a big point there for the Tigers. They bring it back to a 2-point first set lead for Cheyenne Mountain. As now Amond will go back to serve. And Jess, again from the corner, she'll go cross court. Kind of a defensive hit back on the Erie side after 2 hits. And they miscommunicate. They still get it over a third time, and it's blocked down and in for a Tiger point. Tigers miscommunicated on the initial dig. He had 2 Tigers going in for it. That kind of got him off kilter. A little bit lucky, but they get the point. We're tied at 21.
It was Ramsey and Moding, the 2 that have seen out of this group the least playing time.
Now set to the near side, and a big swap by Delich. She puts it away for the kill for the Indians, and it's a 1-point lead here late in set number 1. And going back to serve is Ella Eddy, the 5'9" senior outside hitter for the Indians. Now Eddy will send it to the corner. Dig there by Olsen. Amon sets far side. Huber exploded into one. Good dig there by Cheyenne Mountain. They'll play it over third time. Little hit redirect by Huber, and it's back on the Cheyenne Mountain side, but they were ready. They set it up in the middle, and putting it home that time was Delich, and it's a 2-point Cheyenne Mountain lead. And now a serve into Olsen. Amid will attack on the second hit. They'll set up at Cheyenne Mountain near side, and burying it is Pinnell. And right now, Cheyenne Mountain rolling, and they have set point 24-21, and Coach Creek is going to take a timeout and talk about things with her squad. And we'll take a look here as this game is brought to you by First National Bank, proud to be an exclusive bank sponsor of your Erie Tigers. Check out First National Bank's new full-service Vista Ridge branch on Highway 7 near King Soopers. First National Bank, FBNO.com, member FDIC. And so, Grayson, you look, and the Tigers have battled a little bit of a adversity here in this first set, and they just haven't really found their rhythm yet.
They haven't, and Cheyenne Mountain's had a few runs, but neither team has been able to go on a long one in this first set. The largest lead for either team has been 4.
And now Cheyenne Mountain to serve. Floating in towards Olsen. She'll dig to the middle. Set by Amon. Out toward Huber. And it was a miss hit, but it had enough off-speed English that it fell into no man's land. And the Tigers get a much-needed point with set point looming. So now 22 serving 24. Tigers trying to stay alive here in set number 1. Huber to serve. Pelts it into the back row. Cheyenne Mountain on the attack, back set, far side. That one tips the net down the line, drops in, and Cheyenne Mountain will win set number 1, 25-22. We're gonna take a timeout. Tigers trail it by a set.
Free with First National Bank's free checking. For the card-carrying fan, get your CU
Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-8. Have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. They also provide Invisalign.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. Brandon Bird, Grayson Blaylock here with you as the Tigers trail it 1-0 here to Cheyenne Mountain at State Volleyball in the Denver Coliseum. Audio-only broadcast as NFHS doing all the broadcasts of every floor here at State Volleyball. And so we're only permitted to do audio only, and that's what we're doing here as part of the Erie Tiger Network continuing playoff coverage. And we will have state football for you on Saturday as the Tigers head out to Green Mountain at Jeffco Stadium in Lakewood to take on the Rams. But it'll be a couple days of volleyball here on the ETN. We'll have today, tomorrow, and hopefully a long time. More than a couple games is what we're hoping for. Maybe 5, 6, who knows? Maybe more. I don't know, actually know if you could play more than 6. So I'll have to do the math on that one.
You could maybe play 7, maybe.
All right, so a first set win of 25-22 for Cheyenne Mountain. They've switched sides. Now Cheyenne Mountain, wearing the white jerseys, will be on our left, Erie on our right. And both teams making sure that they have the correct players out. Sky Ramsey, the libero, will come in for Kurtz. And I believe it will be Erie's ball to serve, and it will be Jess Amon to serve it here for the Tigers. And she's tucked back in that far corner, and Jess will zip it into the back row. Dug there by Cheyenne Mountain. Back, or set to the far side. Down the line. Good dig there by Amon. Good adjustment by Coach Creek. Set toward the net. Michelson, her first action, taps it down and in and gets the kill. And Maya Michelson into the game here. Or excuse me, Peyton Michelson into the game here in set number 2. Gets the kill, and the first point goes to the Tigers. And Amon will serve again. Jess zips one into the back row, dug out there by the libero, and they can't hold on as it was miscued by Fox and never gathered in as it went into the scorer's table, and a 2-0 Tiger lead as Amon will serve it again. Jess swats with the right hand, floats into the back row, dug there by the Indians, set up out of the middle, a little swat off the side of the hand by Savarud, and a kill there. Savarud, I have no idea, folks. We'll try and maybe
Svavarud.
We'll figure it out. Now a serve here for the Indians. That's Peraro. And back on the Indian side, and a miscue there, and a Tiger point, and a kill there by Sebesta. So now Sebesta will go back to serve. That's Kate on the serve. Lindsay injured. And Kate will send one just skimming over the top of the net. Set up, arcing back, gets it over third time as Cheyenne Mountain. Back set, Michelson rips it into the floorboards, and the kill for the Tigers. And they extend that lead here in set number 2.
Michelson placed it perfectly right in front of Delich, going for the dig.
A little bit of a scoring punch here, and Michelson, if there was a seventh man of the year, it always seems like Michelson provides that energy early in set 2. And a double touch on Erie, and a point for the Indians, and they square it back at 3. And now dug out there by Huber. Onto the Indian side. They'll attack from the far side. Cross court for Ramsey. Digs. Amon sets. Middle. Mishit. Too strong. Over the head of Huber. And that will fall to the floor. And a point there for the Indians. And now back to serve is Pinnell. Floater. In toward Ramsey. Set by Amon. Near side. Big hit. Olsen off the top of the net. Picked up by Cheyenne Mountain. Third hit is from the far side. Dug there by Olsen. Amid back set. Far side for Michelson. Goes cross court. Gets tipped out the back, and a kill for Michelson. And a point for the Tigers. They re-level it at 4. Ramsey will come out here for the Tigers, and into serve now is Huber. Huber tucked into the near side corner. Jump serve, skims the top of the net, a good one, almost hit waywardly, and Cheyenne Mountain will not be able to get in system. That was Eddie that couldn't hit it over third time, and that was all set up because of the good serve, that time by Huber.
Only a few inches over the tape.
Huber again, jump serve, and that one goes crashing into the net short, and a point there for the Indians. 5-5, we're all tied here. In set number 2, as Fox will go back to serve for the Indians, and she'll swat it with the right hand. In the back row, Olsen digs and sent toward the middle. Michelson over third time. Set, middle hit, and a wayward dig, diving attempt by Amen, and putting away for the Indians is Delich. And a point for Cheyenne Mountain. A seesaw battle here in set number 2. Back and forth we go as Fox to serve again. Fast pace though. Fox with the right hand, floats into the back row, dug there by Olsen. Amid bumps set, back to Olsen and crushes it into the wall. It was blocked down, but in there for a Tiger point. And it's 6-6. And Maggie Olsen, just as we've watched her this season, seems to be getting stronger and stronger. And now Michelson will send it for an ace. Peyton Michelson with the ace. That makes it 7-6 Erie. Kind of a little bit of a knuckler that dove down, and Peyton again with a jump serve. That one almost went long. Fox decided to play it, and Cheyenne Mountain will get it over third time. Back on the Erie side. Huber digs for Amen. Far side, tapped over down the line, just wide by Kurtz. Had some space, but just couldn't get on top of it. And a Cheyenne Mountain point. And it's 7-7. And now Jarvis will serve here for the Indians. Jarvis bounces a couple times, slaps it with the right hand, floats and tips the net. Ramsey couldn't handle the tipper. And it goes wayward, crashing into the separator net between courts 4 and 3 and 5. That makes no sense, but if you saw it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now Amen sets off the serve. Olsen taps it into the middle. Cheyenne Mountain on the attack from the middle. Blocked, and that will fall just in front of a diving Peyton Michelson. And a point there for Cheyenne Mountain. And now the Indians have a 2-point lead, their largest of this set, as Jarvis goes back to serve again for the Indians. Jarvis goes wayward on the serve, and a point for the Tigers. And the Tigers will gladly take an unforced error there.
Smart play by Michelson, letting it go wide instead of fielding it.
Now Maggie Olsen to serve. Maggie rips it with the right hand, a knuckler that had no spin on it. But Cheyenne Mountain was able to handle a good dig down the line by Michelson. Amid bump set into the back, tipped on the net. Tigers get it over a third time. Now Cheyenne Mountain in the near side, dug by Sebesta, back onto the Indian side on one hit. They'll hit it from the 6-foot line. Now it's Ramsey, digs, set by Amid, and ripping it home was Kurtz. And the Tigers, on a long rally, our longest of the day, get the point. And they lead it by 1, or they trail by 1, I beg your pardon. Now Olsen in front of Fox. She had to dive for it, and another good serve, and Maggie Olsen rolling from the service line right now. Re-squares the match. Excuse me, a 1-point lead for the Tigers. Looked up at the scoreboard. They were a little late. That's what I'm going to blame it on, not the fact that I forgot. And now Olsen will serve it as a ball from a different court came flying on the Tiger court. Fox digs, set up, far side. It's Delich into the net and a Tiger point. And Cheyenne Mountain's going to call a timeout. Call a timeout. And we will take a quick timeout. Tigers lead it 11-9 here in set 2.
You. It will not die.
Ooh.
It will.
And welcome back in here, Erie Tiger Network. 2-point lead for Erie here in the set, and it's Olsen to serve, and she'll rip another one. Fox right back on the Tiger side. They tried to hit it back on one hit. Right back at him. Sky Ramsey digs onto the Cheyenne Mountain side, and they'll play it. And they'll say that went wide of the antenna for Ramsey's dig. And so a point for the Indians. And now Eddie back to serve. And Eddie will swat it with the right hand. Floats into the back row. Olsen to Amen, near side, and that one is ripped by Sebesta. And Tigers get another point. Ramsey, right to left are the Tigers on this serve, and Sky will run toward the line. Pelts one into the back row. Far side set, down the line but wide, and an Erie point.
Again, Peyton Michelson on the far line, wisely letting one go out of play.
What's nice at state, you get the best linesmen, and you get linesmen that call the calls with some authority. They're not and no offenses, that one is just long. No offense to maybe a couple fill-in linesmen that are faculty members at Erie, but some linesmen that want to be linesmen for more than just a home game. And so a point for Cheyenne Mountain after the long serve. And a serve here for Cheyenne Mountain. Dug there by Ramsey, set by Amen. Out of the middle and ripping it home was Huber. And that was a big swat out of the middle. And a big point there for the Tigers. Just a quick short set there by Amen. And Huber just pelted it. Now Amen will put it in to the back corner. Played third time. That was a good serve. And the Tigers almost didn't handle the return there. Now set to the near side, and a big cross-court swap by Sebesta. Sticking out her paw was Martinson, and she just knocked it straight to the floor, and another Tiger point.
Martinson was going for the set. Sebesta hit it too hard.
Amen on the serve. Fox dig, set out of the middle. Cheyenne Mountain attack from the middle, and wide for another Tiger point. And so Erie on a little bit of a heater here, as they lead at 16-11, their biggest lead in either set. Abid will send it down the line. Dug out there in the back row. They'll play it over a third time as Cheyenne Mountain. Tigers almost miscued. Ramsey will play it to the near side and going cross-court Sebesta. Dug there by Fox. Cheyenne Mountain will set it up. Far side, big hit, blocked at the net. Back onto the Indian side. Far side again, and this time it drops in front of a diving Olsen, and a good swap by Pinnell, and a kill for the Indians.
For Cheyenne Mountain, Pinnell and Delich have been their two biggest hitters.
And now it's Pecoraro. Pecoraro will serve it long. And a point there for the Tigers. And now Kate Sebesta back to serve. 17 serving 12. Kate floats it into the back row. Dug there. Set out of the middle by Pecoraro, and a kill there. It was a back set sent to the near side, and Pinnell made him pay on the cross-court spike. And now Pinnell back to serve. Indians located in Colorado Springs near the Broadmoor. Dug there by Sebesta. Back set far side. Michelson goes cross-court. Dug wayward, and a point for the Tigers as that was too hot to handle by Peyton.
Got into the stands. It's the first one we've seen from this floor that's gone into the stands.
Mike Amond had to make the catch on that one. And now Huber back to serve for the Tigers. Huber tosses the ball, sends it. That would have gone long, I think. It was dug out near the back row and blocked at the net by the Tigers. Down the tape, and just a little punch with the right hand by Martinson sent it into the face of Huber, and she just couldn't quite handle it. On a point there for the Indians. And now Fox back to serve here for Cheyenne Mountain. Fox Libero wearing the blue jersey, sends it onto the Tiger side. Amen will dig it near side. Olsen goes cross court and drops it in there on a dime is Maggie Olsen. And a Tiger 5-point lead here in set number 2.
The back row of Cheyenne Mountain let it go. Thought it was going to go long. It didn't. Landed about a foot inside the stripe for an Erie point.
And Peyton Michelson stepped on the line to serve. And a service error there for the Tigers, and she ripped that serve. I don't know that Cheyenne Mountain was going to be able to get it comfortably over on third hit.
Jarvis will come in to serve for Martinson.
Jarvis will bounce the ball a few times. Jump serve, floats it in the back row. Ramsey digs. Amon sets near side for Olsen. Blocked at the net. Picked up by Michelson. Amon tried to dump it over second hit. It hit the net, and it fell over on the Cheyenne Mountain side. The umpire was a little bit confused. He smiled, and then he finally awarded the point to the Tigers, as that was just kind of an unusual little set of circumstances there. Now Olsen will serve. Ripped it. Hit the tape. Tape kind last time, unkind this time. And so karma balances itself out there. And now it'll be Eddie to hit on the serve from the far side. Angles it. Ramsey digs. Amon sets near side. Big hit. Sebesta. Oh, duck out of the way, or she's going to drill a hole through you, is Kate Sebesta. And she gets the kill as that plastered right into the hands and drops straight down from Ella Eddy, and a timeout coming. Tigers lead it 21-16. And we'll stick right here between the timeouts as Grayson Blaylock has a read for us here on the ETN.
At Cooper Electric, we strive to get it right the first time, delivering comprehensive electrical services, including installation, upgrade, and repair solutions. You can feel confident calling us, knowing that our highly trained electricians will treat you with the respect and attention to safety you deserve. Whether it's hanging a ceiling fan, troubleshooting a power problem, rewiring your home, or upgrading your electrical services, you can count on Cooper Electric.
All right, so here we go. Sky Ramsey serving for the Tigers out of the timeout, a 21-16 lead. And here we go. They're just making sure the right personnel is on the floor. Ramsey will step into it with the right hand. That one will sizzle pretty good. Cheyenne Mountain out of system, and they'll finally get over a third time. Huber, Amon sets near side. Big hit. Sebesta hits the top of the tape. Dug out there by Martinson. Now into the middle. Blocked at the net. It was a quick little hit by Delich, and it was flushed down there. I think that was Huber that just got up and bapped it down. And a big lead now for the Tigers of 6 as Ramsey will serve. And Ramsey again will float one into the corner. Dug out there by Delich. Cheyenne Mountain on the run. They'll play it over third time. Amon in the middle. Big hit by Huber again. And the Tigers cruising here in set number 2. They lead at 23-16.
The Ohio commit powers it home.
And that one is zinged into the back row by Ramsey off the serve. Set far side, cross court. Ramsey digs. Amon will set near side for Sebesta. Good dig there by Fox on the far side. Quick set in the middle. Plowed into the net. Tiger point, and they have set point here in set number 2.
Delich wasn't ready for the set. Jumped, overswung, hit it right into the middle of the net. Now set point for Ramsey.
Ramsey will bounce the ball with 2 hands. Looks, set point. Floats it toward the corner, played by Delich. Now set out of the middle toward Pinnell. Goes into the back row, diving dig there. Amon sets. Huber slams it home. The Tigers take set number 2, 25-16. We'll take a timeout. We're all square at 1 set apiece here on the ETN.
Won Erie Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award. As well in Beams, we strive to achieve easy and rapid access in and out of the facility. We feel certain that we will exceed your expectations of your solid waste disposal.
For the card-carrying fan, checking.
If you take a look at the 4A bracket, the winner of this game will get Montrose in round number 2, and that would be played later tonight.
It'll be the nightcap here at the Coliseum. This floor, the 4A floor, the second slowest floor so far today. The only one behind it, 3A. They're still in the 5th set of their 3rd match. That's the only 5-set match today. I feel pretty confident saying that, given that most of the other games have started relatively close to on time. The 2 4A ones, both 4 sets. And then the 3rd game, the one we watched, Thomas Jefferson and Pueblo West. Pueblo West won it in 3. Palmer Ridge won the first one in 4 over Discovery Canyon, who Erie fell to in the season opener. And in the 2nd game, Coronado beat Devlin in 4.
By the way, this Cheyenne Mountain squad, a real power, a traditional power. In fact, if you go back to 2008, in 4A, only 2 different teams have won the volleyball 4A state title. Cheyenne Mountain, the team that the Tigers are playing today, and Lewis Palmer. But it's been since 2015, Cheyenne Mountain's last appearance. That's when they knocked off Lewis Palmer. Cheyenne Mountain at one point from 2008 to 2012, they won 5 straight state titles. And Colorado Springs, a lot of really good teams. Lewis Palmer, Cheyenne Mountain. You go in 3A, Colorado Springs Christian School has been a volleyball power for years. And it's just maybe a tradition down in the Springs.
And even beyond those top teams, there's a lot of other solid teams you see in Palmer Ridge, Discover Canyon, Coronado, all Colorado Springs 4A teams in this tournament, 2 of them already with wins.
And so in the 3rd set, we switch sides. The Tigers wearing their black uniforms will now be on our left. Cheyenne Mountain on our right. Sky Ramsey will check in here for Kurtz. And it will be a Cheyenne Mountain serve to start, as now Fox will check in. She'll check in for Savarud, or however you say her crazy name. We should have checked there in the timeout to see what Cheyenne Mountain parents would tell us about pronunciation, but I don't know, maybe we'll call Savarud Hannah. That's her first name. All right, serve there, Ramsey digs. Back set near side, and Sebesta thumps it into the net for a Cheyenne Mountain point.
Sebesta overswung and jumped just a bit early. That's all it took to send that one into the net.
And now Eddie to serve it here. Eddie floats one toward Olsen. Amen sets far side. Michelson, big hit and thumps it in there. Michelson just has those big, long arms. Tell you what, she looks like a windmill in there when she's fully cranking. And 1-1, and it's Sebesta to serve. Sebesta, kind of a knuckler in toward the back row, set out of the middle, near side, and that one is hit right down the line, tucked it in between Amid and Sebesta was Pinnell, and a point there for the Indians.
As the Lewis Palmer Rangers walk into the Coliseum.
The vaunted Rangers, and now Delich to serve here, and there's an antenna problem, and so the down official trying to re-straighten the near side antenna, the candy cane pole, as Delich will set it up, and Delich dribbles, serves in the back row. Ramsey digs. Amen sets it up. Far side. Olsen, big swat down the line. Good dig by Cheyenne Mountain. That was Eddie. Now near side. Onto the Tigers side. That was Amid that dug. Now Michelson from the near side. She switched side, put in the back row. Out of the middle. Tapper. Good dig there by Olsen. Back set near side. Michelson goes cross court. That one's blocked. Back on the Tigers side. Michelson will play it toward Olsen. Olsen hits over third time down the line. Dugout. And Cheyenne Mountain will gather. They'll play it over third time. Long rally here. Amid sets in the middle. Huber, that one's blocked to the net. Dug out there by the Tigers. Down the tape and wide, and a long rally goes the way of Cheyenne Mountain. Got to catch my breath there for a second, Grayson.
That was rally of the match.
Absolutely. 3-1 Cheyenne Mountain lead here in set number 3. A set apiece as that one is played over. Dug there by Sebesta. Set far side from Eamon. Olsen sends it into the back row. Good dig there right at the back by Cheyenne Mountain. It's blocked at the net. by Huber. Back again from the near side and dug by Ramsey, and the Tigers will keep alive. Another long rally here. Michelson plays over a third time. Fox in the middle, set there by Kircher. Far side blocked at the net. Back on the Cheyenne Mountain side. They'll play it third side. Blocked, down and in for a Tiger point. Another long rally and back-to-back marathon rallies, and that one goes the Tigers' way.
Huber ends it with a block at the net. She's had several blocks in this one so far. This might be her best match, at least that I've seen her play this year.
And a sizzling serve drops in there for an ace from Huber. Fox couldn't handle it on the back row. And a point for the Tigers. Huber to serve again, tucked in that back far corner. Running serve, and that would have gone long, and it was played last second by Martinson into the stands, and another Tiger point.
There's been a few receiving errors for Cheyenne Mountain where it could have gone long. They chose to receive it anyway. They have a lot of youth on this team. They're good, also a little inexperienced.
Set in the middle, attacked by Cheyenne Mountain, and Amen tried to punch on the second hit as that one was trying to just sneak by her, and she barely got anything on it and went behind her for a Cheyenne Mountain point. And now Pecoraro will serve it here for Cheyenne Mountain. Good serve. Now Michelson will play it over third time. Nice little dig there in the back row again by Dellett. She's been strong in this game, and just a little over the head backward bump tips the net, drops in there, and a point for Savarud. And Cheyenne Mountain, another point. 5-4, they retake the lead. Pecoraro will send it into Ramsey. Far side set. Olsen blocked the net into the hands of the umpire. And I don't think Cheyenne Mountain fans liked it. I think that would have gone into the side net anyways. But he reached up and caught it with his left hand. Now Michelson, a dropping serve, picked up well and swiped wide in a Tiger point. Looked at the linesman, and for a second I thought she put her hand on top of the net, on top of the flag, and she said it went wayward. And so a point for the Tigers. They retake the lead. Michelson jump serve. That one rips in there and almost mishandled, and you do get the double touch off the setter, and that's because the bump, the dig there from the back row wasn't high enough, because right now Peyton Michelson is sending tracer bullets into the back row, and Michelson again will send one long. Tell you what, though, you don't want to be on the receiving end of a good Peyton Michelson serve.
That would hurt. Just something else maybe to keep an eye on. Michelson looking at the floor as she was called for stepping on the line earlier before she served.
Now a jump serve from the line for Cheyenne Mountain. Picked up, Amen sets, far side, and it was hit by the blockers, but Olsen put it home. And Erie and Cheyenne Mountain in a good little seesaw back and forth battle here in set number 3. And now Olsen to serve it here for Erie. Olsen with the right hand, jumps into it, sends it long, and finally Cheyenne Mountain starting to get out of the way of a couple of those long Erie serves. And it's a 1-point set here as Fox goes back to serve. Into the back row, Michelson digs, set far side. Sebesta blocked, but long after it was blocked, as that one had some steam behind it. Not quite enough to power a locomotive, but enough to get the point. And now Ramsey's going to wait for a substitution, and actually they're going to check down there. The official checking in with the scores table. So I think they're saying that Erie might be out of rotation. Not 100% sure, to be honest. I don't know if it was a scoreboard issue. And well, while we have a moment, Grayson, the Tigers, oh, no, Grayson's off to try and listen in to the conversation down there that's happening. I think they're trying to correct the score here. It was 9-7 on the scoreboard, Erie lead, and I thought that was the correct score. We have it 8-8. Now I have no idea. They're going to say it is 9-7. And so Sky Ramsey set to serve. So here we go. Not sure what all that hubbub was about. Ramsey sends it in toward Fox, who's standing on the back line. Set to the near side. Delich leans back, sends it into the net. They'll say it was touched by a Tiger. I don't know about that one. Now Paraco will send it across the floor onto the Erie side. Dug there by Olsen. Set up far side. Sebesta pounds, blocked wayward, and a Tiger point. And I thought that little hit there on the net, I didn't see an Erie Tiger touch it, but both officials shaking their head, and I'm going to trust them 9.5 out of 10 times.
The officials know volleyball well and have a better view of the court than we do.
We are right on that line. We've got a pretty good view here. As that one is smacked from the near side by Delich, blocked wayward. And a Cheyenne Mountain point as Erie had chased it up to 3 there for the moment.
Ramsey will still be serving, actually.
Ramsey will send that one into the net. 1-1 in terms of sets played. And this third set, kind of a slow, sluggish, awkward feel after a really quick first 2 sets. Now Olsen almost dug wayward. Amid still able to set it up nicely and perfectly placed was Kate Sebesta tucking it into the near side corner. She swatted it cross court. The Tigers get the point off a good set from the leader in assists in the state, Jess Amen, and she's back to serve onto the Cheyenne Mountain side. Third hit from the near side down the line. Amen tried to dive to dig, and that went wayward and out of bounds. And an Erie lead still, but back to Cheyenne Mountain it goes. Looking up at the scoreboard, and there we go. It's just a little bit delayed, and it's kind of causing some confusion here in the broadcast booth. Now a floater in toward Olsen. Amid bumps far side for Michelson, and from behind the 6-foot line, she jumped up, sent a rocket to the near corner, and it was too hot to handle, and a kill there for the Tigers.
Fox went to dig. It knocked her arms back.
And Sebesta floater toward the near side, set down the line and wide, and a Tiger point, and they're stretching that lead out, and here comes the Cheyenne Mountain coach looking toward the official. I thought she was going to call a timeout, and Sebesta will serve. 14 serving 9 in the back row, dug out there, set near side, off-tempo tap, and Olsen tried to dive in there and pancake it and couldn't get to it. Smart little off-tempo play there. Get maybe that Tiger defense has been pretty stout the last 2 sets out of rhythm. And now Cheyenne Mountain on the serve, and that's Delich back to serve. Delich steams it in towards Ramsey. She hits it over one time, and it drops in. She was tripping and falling as she was going for the dig, and she put it over on the Cheyenne Mountain side. It dropped in front of the back line, and the Tigers get a point and a timeout from Cheyenne Mountain.
Maybe the best dig of the night from Sky Ramsey. It's not night. It's only 1:47, but it feels like night. The atmosphere, electric at the Coliseum.
So 1-1 the score here. Set apiece as the Tigers dropped set number 1 25-22. They took set number 2 25-16, and currently leading here in set number 3 in a best of 5, 15-10 as this one branded for 4 sets no matter what. And it's a close matchup. It's the 7-10 part of the bracket, so you expect this to be a pretty back and forth, good volleyball match, and that's what we've had so far.
Absolutely, and when you're at the state tournament, that's what you want to see. You want to see good volleyball matches. Blowouts, they're fun when you're winning, but it doesn't necessarily feel like state.
And so Erie to serve out of the timeout. They lead it by 5. As it's Huber that will serve it here for Erie. And Huber will send one short of the back row, near side, and that one is crushed by Pinnell. One of the best little sequences there for Cheyenne Mountain as they get the point out of the timeout. And now Kirchner in to serve. Picked up there by Olsen. Back set near side, Michelson. And it's hit off the net 3 different times by Indians, and it falls back onto their side as it was almost just punched straight to the floor. That's how high Peyton Michelson got on top of that. And a point there for the Tigers, and now Peyton Michelson will go to serve. And Peyton, she's hit some rockets from the service line all match long so far. Peyton bounces the ball, jumps into a serve, and the downward spinning dipper dipped a little too much. And so back goes Cheyenne Mountain. 4-point lead for Erie. Interesting little part of this match. A floater in towards Sebestin. She hit it over one time on accident. Now Cheyenne Mountain on the attack from the far side. They'll go cross court, and a point there on a double touch from Cheyenne Mountain. And give the Tigers a point, and it's now 17-12 Erie.
Amen. Saw it before I did. Didn't move to go set it. I wondered why. Then I saw the umpire.
Olsen floats a spinless knuckler into the back row, and that was mishandled backward, and an ace for Maggie Olsen, and the Tigers expand that lead here in the set. Now Olsen to serve again.
That one sent Delich onto the concrete.
Olsen ripped one this time, and that one was way different speed and tempo, and that caught Delich off guard, and she miscues it into the side net. And Tigers continue to pour it on here in set 3. It was kind of a tight set all match, and the Tigers run away for the moment. Another good serve, that time dug out of the back row. Blocked at the net. Tigers pass it around and played over 3rd time by Sebesta. Diving dig there for Cheyenne Mountain. Near side, off-tempo hit. Ramsey digs towards the net. Over the walls, they misjudged it. It fell onto the Cheyenne Mountain side, and a Tiger point. And it's a 20-12 lead.
It was Eddie and Svarud. They jumped, and it just went higher than they thought and landed right behind them.
And they both looked at each other like, what the heck just happened? Well, timeout on the floor. That'll give us a moment to thank some of our sponsors here on the ETN. Do you have a plan in place for your family's future? Are you caring for an aging family member and your children at the same time? Turn to your local expert, Susie Germany of the Germany Law Firm. Susie is a 2019 top-rated lawyer through 5280 Magazine. And Martindale Hubble. She and her team provide expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's, their Erie Village office, or visit coelderlaw.net for more information or to set up a personalized consultation. All right, so here we go. 20-12, Erie with an 8-point lead here in set number 3 as Olsen set to serve this one. And Cheyenne Mountain hoping to stem the tide. And it's high tide time for the Tigers as there goes Olsen. Dug out of the back row, near side set, and out of the timeouts, Cheyenne Mountain's adjusted well. Tigers have kind of figured things out as the set has gone along, and that was Eddie that blasted that one. And now Fox set to serve. Her heels touching the concrete. Fox will jump into this one. Picked up there by Michelson. Out of the middle and blasting it home was Kurtz. And she just jumped into that, had all her force behind it, and bore a hole through the blocking wall.
Kurtz hasn't played much in this set, but when she has, she's made it count.
Now Ramsey set to serve here for Erie. Puts it in toward the back row. Dug there. Set out of the middle by Kirchner. And a spike. And, you know, every once in a while I hear a wayward whistle, and it looks like play might stop on this court, and they keep going. And so it was just a miscue there by Erie.
It throws you off a little bit.
Throws you off a little bit. All right, so now the serve dug there by Olsen. Tigers Play it third time. Nice cross-court hit by Sebesta. Back onto the Tiger side after one hit. Out of the middle. Huber drops it in there. Kind of mishit it, I think. Caught it with the tips of her fingers, but it just didn't have enough speed that when it hit Pennell, it could go anywhere. And so Tigers get the point, and they are cruising here in the set, comfortably ahead. As Amond will serve it down the line, and Cheyenne Mountain scrambling. They'll play it over third time. Ramsey digs. Amid sets near side on the back set and crushed by Michelson into the floorboards. And the Tigers are 2 points away from pay dirt here in set number 3.
Just a second ago on the Huber hits, she's hit it softly a few times, and it's always been timed perfectly.
Now a serve by Amid. And Amond, and the Cheyenne Mountain just never got it in rotation, and it's set point, and I think the Indians will welcome a little breather here between sets as they have kind of been scrambling.
That one hit Coach Singh. She kind of smiled and shrugged like, hey, it's set point.
Now a set blocked at the net and a Cheyenne Mountain point, as they'll say crossing over the net were the Tigers that time. And so maybe a little anxious to get that set point cleaned off was Erie, and back to serve again is Eddie.
I think Huber actually knocked the ball into the setter's hands.
Now far side set, Michelson just had to punch with the left hand, went flying into the net. And the Tigers a little bit feisty to finish off this set. Kind of almost playing a little bit rushed, not quite in their rhythm. 16 serving 24 though, still another set point. Number 3 for the Tigers here. Olsen digs, back set, near side, Sebesta hits. Dug out there by Cheyenne Mountain into the bench though, there was no room. And Pennell couldn't do much with it, and that one is over. Tigers take set number 3. They lead it 2-1. We'll take another timeout here. We'll come back, have the 4th set. Tigers looking to win this match and move on to the second round here at the 4A state tournament.
For the card-carrying fan, get your take the game with you. Free with First National Bank's free checking. For the card-carrying fan, it's free checking. For the card-carrying fan, National Bank's free checking.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network, as the Tigers took set number 2 there, and we'll eventually straighten this sucker out. Our graphics are supposed to automatically reset to 0 and award the correct point, but they didn't, and so we're just going to straighten that out. Oh, there we go. So we're awaiting the start of set number 3, or set number 4, after the Tigers took the last 2 sets, and they took them in impressive fashion. In fact, so impressive that the scoreboard awarded Erie 26 points on the scoreboard. I don't think they noticed that yet, but it says 26-16 up on the scoreboard. No, they did not have 26 points, but we'll just pretend they did. And now Jess Amon will start the service for the Tigers. They're now on the right side, right going left on your radio, your mythical radio dial, not actual radio, internet streaming spacebar. How about that? So Amon will set it up. It's Amon, Sebesta, Michelson, Huber, Ramsey, and Olsen to start this set, and it will be a 3rd hit over for Cheyenne Mountain. Amon sets near side, big hit by Sebesta. Good dig though by Cheyenne Mountain. They'll play it down the tape, play it over 3rd time. Tigers come in. Amon sets quick in the middle, and just a little bit of a miscommunication. Huber tried to hit it as she was descending to the ground and just couldn't get enough mustard, and Cheyenne Mountain gets the first point. And now Eddie set to serve here for the Indians. Floater in toward the back row. Ramsey will dig. Now Sebesta in toward the near side. Michael still jumps and swats one that's too hot to handle. Third hit over. Oh, and misplayed by Michelson. She had a red carpet rolled out for her on that hit. She jumped up and sent it long. Cheyenne Mountain never got in system, but just a miscue that time by Michelson. Bailed him out. Now serve here for Cheyenne Mountain, and I'm pretty sure they have the, well, I thought the score is incorrect, maybe not, as there's a kill by Michelson on the third hit, and it is a 3-1 Erie lead. Is that right, Grayson?
I think it's a 2-1 Cheyenne lead.
Oh, I think it's a 2-2 score. That's what it should be. Now far side set, cross court, good dig there, punched over by Michelson. Second hit and a net touch violation on Cheyenne Mountain. Nope, on Erie. What the heck is going on? All right, on Erie, they award the point to Cheyenne Mountain. And the scoreboard lagging behind, I think it's 3-2 Cheyenne Mountain. Only showing 3-1. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Hit there from the near side, Olsen. Played over third time by the Indians. Now Amid sets middle. Huber tucks it in there, and a point for the Tigers. And the scoreboard, they just... All right, so 3-2 Cheyenne Mountain. I think it was right. So now it's Huber set to serve. And Huber will send one floating in toward Fox, the libero. Set into the middle, big hit dug out there, hits off the net, and Olsen tried to get ready for it and just couldn't quite get low enough. She would have needed a shovel to dig that one out. And a point for the Indians, and it's a 2-point lead here in the set. Now floater into the back row. Olsen miscued on the dig, and Amid tried to pancake. And Tigers defensively off the serve right now. Just not quite as sharp and focused as we saw in the last couple games. Again, goes Cheyenne Mountain. Sebesta digs. Amid back set, far side. Michelson sends it down the line. It was tipped by Fox and Long, and a Tiger point.
And a much needed Erie point to break the serve of Kirchner.
And now Michelson to serve, and if she can get a few serves in, that's always a good recipe for the Tigers. She's super aggressive. That one dug out of the back row. They'll have a chance here, Cheyenne Mountain, on the attack. Hits the line and just is in there for Cheyenne Mountain. Hit the tape that fell onto the line. And a lead now for Cheyenne Mountain of 3. 6-3. Floater in toward Sebesta, and the Tigers need a timeout, and Coach Creek will take one.
Hey Tiger fans, we have just the smile you're looking for. Dr. Damon Caraway and his team of professionals work together to provide you with the highest standard of orthodontic care tailored to meet your individual need. We offer a full range of orthodontic services for patients of all ages, including children, teens, and adults. For more information, head to CarawayOrtho.com.
So a 7-3 lead here for Cheyenne Mountain in set number 4. And if you're Erie, seize the moment, Coach Creek telling her troops, you can win this match and move on. You play Montrose in round 2. Don't want to see set 5 if you are a Tiger fan. As Pennell back to serve here for the Indians. And Pennell waiting for the official signal. Now she'll toss it, swat it with the right hand, and Sizzler in towards Sebesta. Handled well, though. Played out of the middle, and that one, I think, never got over or was partially blocked. And another Cheyenne Mountain point out of the timeout. A little sharper there for the Tigers. Just the kill wasn't quite struck perfectly. Now Pennell again. will float a serve, and that one will go wide and a Tiger point. And now Olsen back to serve here for Erie. Olsen jumps, delivers a floater in toward the back row, dug out there by Savarud. Set up near side, partially blocked, down and in though for Martinson. And right now, Erie just can't get into a rhythm. They haven't been able to stack back-to-back points this set, and a 5-point lead for Cheyenne Mountain. As Fox will serve it. Fox floats one and a ace as Michelson and Olsen both tried to dive to dig that one. And just an off-speed change-up hit will fall in front and another point and a 6-point lead for the Indians as Fox will serve it again. Right hand into the back row. Michelson digs. Amon has to play it over a second time. Fox digs. Back set near side. Blocked at the net. Out of bounds though. And another Cheyenne Mountain point, and they now lead it 11-4. Coach Creek trying to clap her hands, get her troops to pick up their energy a little. Dug out of the back row, near side, Sebesta angled it cross court. Fox, quick, tapper, drops in there in front of Michelson. And it's a huge lead for Cheyenne Mountain, 12-4. And now Amon sets near side. Sebesta finally strikes one off the diving hand of Fox and gets a Tiger kill. And so, man, an 8-point lead for Cheyenne Mountain. Now down to 7, but 8 points. Tigers just look a little bit disinterested here in this set after getting that second set and third set win. Felt like they were cruising. And a miscue there. And couple points there. First back-to-back points there of the set for the Tigers. Really what you need from Erie, solid service. No errors from the service line. Focus up here and make Cheyenne Mountain work for those points as that one is long.
The good old announcer's jinx. Back at it again.
That wasn't as much as the announcer's jinx as you can just tell where Erie is right now as a team mentally. Or it's a jinx.
Or it's both.
I have that much power. And now Jarvis back to serve for the Indians. 13 serving 6. Floater long and a Tiger point, and so they get it right back. And now it's 7 serving 13, and it will be Jess Amond and the senior who's committed to play at CSU Pueblo and leads the state in assists. Will serve it, and she's usually pretty solid and gets an ace. Well timed, Tigers needed it. Off the arms of Fox, that one, right now it's a crowded back line for Cheyenne Mountain. You almost see that if you're Amid and maybe you serve in a little floater short. And she tried to go low and another service error. And you just can't have that when you're trying to dig out of a hole. And now Eddie to serve. And Eddie smacks it with the right hand. In toward Ramsey. Amid sets near side. Michelson pelts one. Dug out there to the back road. Fox bump set and played over third time. Partially blocked by Erie, but picked up on a diving dig by Sebesta. Played over by Michelson. Cheyenne Mountain on the attack. Blocked in for the Indians. And another Indian point. And the Tigers just can't get on top of any rallies here. And Coach Creek trying to give directions where you need to be positioned defensively on that hit. Floater in towards Olsen. Amid back set, far side. Sebesta unloads and puts it home. And a kill there for Erie.
Sebesta will go to serve now.
Tigers need Sebesta to get on a hot streak. Where you really miss Lindsay Sebesta is her great service. Kate sends a good one in, and Cheyenne Mountain couldn't get it over a third time. That just kind of never got above head level defensively for the Indians on 3 hits, and then they send it careening into the net. Now Sebesta to serve again, 5-point deficit. Zips another one in toward the back row. Set near side, cross court, partially blocked. Picked up by Amen, and you heard whistles. and keep playing, Tigers, keep playing. As I think there were maybe some whistles on some other courts. I don't know, actually. I don't know if it was whistles from another court or it was on this court. They never made a signal other than a Cheyenne Mountain point. All right, 16 serving 10. And a hit by Huber, blocked at the net. Now Cheyenne Mountain can't play it over on their third time after gathering Huber's hit. Tigers, for a moment, were right there to cutting it back to within 4 after trailing 8. Feel like you could crawl back in if you cut those leads in half. And a big serve, tipped, flushed down, Erie point. And a double touch, it was actually called before the little dunk there, if you will, by Michelson. And it is down to 4 now. Boy, you start feeling a little confident here if you can cut it to 3. Huber, the jump serve. Huber zips it into Fox. Good dig, set into the middle. Big hit, and that one is placed right between the gaps, and Savarud gets the kill and gets it back up to 5. It's getting to that point where you got to make a run if you're Erie here in the set. Ament sets and ripped, and it touched the line. A big hit by Kurtz. And a point for the Tigers. And the Tigers, feels like momentum slowly shifting back to their side, but they got to start stacking little streaks of points. Now Michelson from the service line rips. Fox had to dig high in the bench is Cheyenne Mountain, so they'll play it over softly third time. That might have gone long, but it was played by Sebesta. Set near side, Olsen into the net. Oh, man. You had a chance to cut it back down to 3, and the Tigers just not quite in rhythm. And now serving again is Pinnell. So Carly Pinnell will float one, and the Tigers have had trouble dealing with the short ones, but perfectly reading that one was Olsen off the dig, and it was 2 hits for the Tigers, but slamming it home was Olsen. Maybe a hit like that puts the charge back into the Tigers' side. Olsen back to serve after the big hit. Maggie jumps into one, sends one toward the back line and long.
We've seen that a few times now from Olsen this match.
Tigers staying aggressive with the serve, but they have just had so many service errors in this set. Now Amid backs at far side, and wide is Kurtz. She got on top of it and absolutely compressed the ball, but sent it wide. And now it's a 6-point Cheyenne Mountain lead.
She was trying to send it down the line and just missed to the outside.
Michelson into the net, Amid near side. Hit by Sebestas, picked up out of the back row. Cheyenne Mountain on the attack, hit one time over by Ramsey, and it was mishandled there by Eddie, and a point for Erie. She was, I'm gonna hit it, no I'm not, yes I am, and stuck up her hand late and just nicked it. Now Ramsey back to serve here for Erie. Ramsey goes down the line, dug out in the back row, set near side or far side, partially blocked, picked up by Erie, quick out of the middle, swiped with the right hand was Huber. Tigers were never really set there. Now played over Michelson, Amen, far side, or to the near side from the far side, and that's partially blocked out of bounds, and the kill for Sebesta. Ramsey to serve it again.
Erie's cycled back to Ramsey.
Ramsey, a knuckler, almost mishandled. Now set up far side and sent just long. Woo! Tigers needed that, and they're slowly creeping back into this set. It's a 3-point lead and a timeout. The Cheyenne Mountain coach, she could feel it, and so Gail Sanchez calls a timeout. And, well, Grayson, it's been all Cheyenne Mountain in this second set. We've really seen Erie dominate 2 sets. Cheyenne Mountain won a close one, and it felt like Cheyenne Mountain was going to dominate, but they're only up 3.
Erie, you said they had to go on a run. They've gone on a 3-point run. They need to crawl a little bit closer. Cheyenne Mountain only 5 points away from the match.
Yeah, Tigers running out of real estate.
From the set.
on the scoreboard here. It's a race to 25, so Tigers 8 away, Cheyenne Mountain only 5, so got to outscore them 2-1 here down the stretch. That's always a tall order. And now Ramsey will serve it. Got to be sharp out of the timeout if you're Sky. And she is. That was barely dug out, and Cheyenne Mountain will have to cozy it over a third time. Ramsey digs. Amen's going to set near side for Sebesta. Goes cross court, blocked, picked up out of the back row by Pinnell. Now set up far side for Eddie. That one's blocked down and in for a Tiger point. And that one is Huber, and now Erie jumping up and down. They are feeling it a little bit, back to within 2 points.
And Erie scored out of the Cheyenne Mountain timeout. If you're the Tigers, that's absolutely what you have to do.
And Ramsey again looks in towards Creek, places it down the line, dug in toward the net. It's punched over, back over on the Cheyenne Mountain side after one hit. That was close to drop in there for Cheyenne Mountain. They'll play it over. Ramsey slides in and digs. Set near side, Sebesta blocked, but wide, and a Tiger point. It's a 1-point set.
And Ramsey was going to go for it out of bounds, saw the blue, held up saying, I'm not going to touch it, and smiled because Erie has the energy back.
1-point set, Ramsey. She's been the hot hand. And she will rip another one, dug out in the back row. Cheyenne Mountain will dig out of the middle, blocked down and in by Huber. It's a tie set, 20-20. And all of a sudden, Erie feels like they could take momentum. Well, they've took momentum, but they could take the lead here with a point. Cheyenne Mountain taking their time here.
The volleyball went under the net.
Oh, well, no. Here, Ramsey's still serving. I missed that, missed it. Either way, 20-20, Ramsey will serve. That one will head in toward the back row. Back set, near side, cross-court hit, and that one is finally buried, and Cheyenne Mountain retakes the lead. That was Martinson. So the block never happened. It went under the net. That's what you're saying? All right, optical illusion there from my weird eyes, I guess. So Olsen digs. Amid sets up near side. Sebesta cranks and touches the line. And it's tied again. Erie could win this match. It's a race to 25 now. They've chopped off an 8-point deficit to level it at 21 here. Amond into the net. And so a 22-21 lead for Cheyenne Mountain. And it's been service errors that have plagued the Tigers here in this set. When they've gotten them in, they've started to dig themselves out of that hole. Now Eddie to serve for Cheyenne Mountain. And Eddie will float this one in. Dug there by Olsen. Amond sets quick in the middle. Huber hit. Didn't touch anyone, just went wide. And now Cheyenne Mountain making it real tough on Erie. And a timeout here from Coach Creek. Let's catch our breath. Tigers lead it here in set 4.
There's a beast deep inside you. Fight back.
And welcome back in, Erie Tiger Network. It's a 2-1 lead for Erie, but they trail it by 2 late here in set number 4. And so Erie calling a timeout saying, hey, we want to try and win this match. We've got a timeout. Let's correct things. Heck, you score 4 straight points, girls, you win this match. And so it's Eddie to serve. Ramsey digs. Amond to Michelson. Blocked, but Michelson punches back up. Set up now for Sebesta, and she sends it long, and it's set point for Cheyenne Mountain.
And it's the same scenario as the first set.
24 serving 21. Now if you're Erie, you got to score just 3 straight to extend the matches. There's a knuckler or a short one into Ramsey. Sebesta from the far side hit the tape, and Cheyenne Mountain will take set number 2. And so we are going to go into a decisive 5th set here. as we'll take a timeout.
For the card-carrying fan, get your
And welcome back in as we're getting ready for a decisive set number 5. Are you looking to buy or sell a new home? Jen McGurk is an experienced real estate agent serving the Erie, Vista Ridge, and surrounding Denver area. For years, Jen's assisted all types of buyers and sellers with their real estate needs. Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at genrealty.com. So, 5th set here in the 4A match on court number 4, and it's your Erie Tigers. And they're going on to, the winner will go on to face Montrose in round number 2. The loser's still in the bracket, but they won't play till tomorrow. So if you win, we'll have a game here at 6. If you lose, we'll play here, I believe, at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
That is correct.
So
9:30, I believe, is the set start time. If you were to win this one and then lose against Montrose, we'll have to set our alarms for a little bit earlier because we'll be back here at 8 a.m.
By the way, this tournament bracket's really unusual to me when I look at it. If you make it to the semifinals, it's double elimination for pretty much the whole tournament. But if you're undefeated and you make it to the semifinals, you will play a one-loss team because they split up the 2 undefeated semifinalists. And both undefeated semifinalists play a one-loss team, and whoever loses is out. So even if you only have 1 loss, you're done for the tournament. Interesting little end-of-bracket scenario that I don't know I've seen in any other sports or situations. But Erie now will go left to right on your blank screen with the scoreboard on your space bar. How about that? Or your black iPhone, your black screen right now. Whatever you're listening to, or on, rather. 25-22, 25-16, 25-16, 21-25. The Tigers squared up at 2 sets apiece. We're just waiting for the official to give the signal, and here we go. Set number 5, first to 15 here in the set. And it's Ella Eddy to serve it with the right hand in toward the back row. Ramsey digs. Amen will set out of the middle. Huber plants it home. And the first point goes to the Tigers. And now Sebesta back to serve. And I tell you what, we talked about service errors last game. This is where you get the nerves and you just want to place it in. Played out of the back row. Set near side. Big hit and spike for spike there, both big. That was Pinnell that put it home, and it's 1-1. Oh, is this going to be one of those 5th sets? And now Delich to serve for the Indians. Delich floats it in the back row. Dug out there by Sebesta. Set far side. Olsen had to angle across court. Diving dig. Cheyenne Mountain scrambling, and they will play it over 3rd time. Ramsey to Ahmed, quick in the middle, and it was blocked, but fell back onto the Cheyenne Mountain side, and a Tiger point. And it's 2-1 Erie.
It was Huber with the kill, and now Huber to serve.
Huber sends it in towards Fox, and that was almost mishandled, and chance for the Tigers. Ahmed sets in the middle. Kurtz steps into it and rips it home.
Fox couldn't handle it on the back end, and that one flew into the stands to give Erie a 3-1 lead.
And now Huber again. 3 serving 1 for the Tigers. Huber floats it in toward Fox, digs at the net. Chance for Cheyenne Mountain near side. Crush, blah, dug excuse me, dug, but miscued by Amond and sit wide into the net, and it's a 1-point set again, and it's Kirchner back to serve.
Amond, as the setter, doesn't get a lot of digs, but's had to step up in that role with Sebesta out.
Sebesta digs, back set near side. Michelson! Oh, man, she planted that into the floorboards. There's going to be a little volleyball tree growing up later today. Whoa!
Does Peyton Michelson have a rocket launcher for an arm?
Oh, man. Now Michelson to serve. There's a little side spinner in toward the net. Quick set and played over one time. Was Maggie Olsen kind of falling downward. Now Olsen diving, tried to punch. And, man, Olsen has had to go back and forth on her weight here at the front of the net a couple times in that little rally and just miscued as she dove forward to punch. Now Pinnell to serve. 3 serving 4 miscues, and the Tigers still have a 2-point lead. It's 5-3, and it's playoffs, and it's Erie, so of course it's going to be crazy because that's all we get here in this fall season as Olsen will serve this one. Rips it in toward the corner, almost miscued at the back. Cheyenne Mountain's able to gather. They'll cozy it over a third time. Here's Michelson for Amon. Sets toward the middle. Missed by Kurtz. Mistimed her jump. I don't know if she thought it was going long to Sebesta. It was kind of played between the two. And a missed opportunity there for the Tigers.
Missed opportunity for sure.
Now Fox to serve. Dug there by Michelson. Amon sets far side. Sebesta, big swat, diving dig there by Fox. And Cheyenne Mountain will play it over third time. Chance for the Tigers. Kurz digs, set, far side. Sebesta again goes cross court, dropped it in there off tempo, and it dropped right in front of Fox. And the Tigers have been oscillating between a 2 and 1 point lead. That is a better feeling than oscillating between a 2 and 1 point deficit. I'll say that much. Now Ramsey, who went on the long service run, almost brought it back for the Tigers in set 4, puts it in there. Cheyenne Mountain on the attack. They'll tap it. It hit the antenna. It's a Tiger point. They lead it by 3. 7-4 and a timeout from Cheyenne Mountain.
It was Martinson trying to come up from the back row and poke it over. She was about a step late. Go Airheads Airsoft Field and Store in Erie gives children, teens, and adults an exhilarating, unforgettable experience in a unique battle zone. Play against your friends and friends-to-be. For more info, be sure to check them online at goairheads.com.
All right, so timeout for Cheyenne Mountain. Erie with a 3-point lead. It's 1-15 here in set number 5. And, man, I tell you what, as a broadcaster, you feel nerves for sure, but the last 4 weeks here this fall, I don't know if I've ever been more nervous in my life.
Makes for a really entertaining senior year.
Now Ramsey set to serve this one. Out of the timeout. Just place the serve, Sky. That's all we're asking. Place it well. She'll step into it. Down the line. Good serve there, and it's hit toward the net. Cheyenne Mountain on the run in toward the bench. They can't get it over, and a Tiger point. It was right down the line. It was sent back toward the net, back toward the Cheyenne Mountain bench, and then sent right into the net. And so a lead now of 4 for Erie.
Ramsey placed that one perfectly.
Ramsey again into the back row. Diving is Fox into the net. An ace for Ramsey, and it's a 5-point Tiger lead. And Sky Ramsey, after that one service error announcer's jinx, has been on a service tear. Ramsey sends it towards the corner, backing up and hitting it high was Martinson. Cheyenne Mountain on the attack. They'll send it. Good dig there by Michelson. Amon sets up far side. Sebesta goes cross court. Diving is Fox. She'll pick it up. Cheyenne Mountain will pick it up third time. Played over by Eddie onto the Tiger side. Dug there by Ramsey. Now Amon back set near side. Michelson down the line just wide.
And a long rally, the longest of the 5th set.
9-5. Erie leads it. And now serving is Jarvis. Jarvis jumps in, floats it. Ramsey digs. That's coming into the scorer's table and an ace. And Jarvis thumped that one, and Ramsey had a tough time handling.
Jarvis, the designated server for Martinson.
Jarvis floats one. Ramsey able to get it to Aben and punched over sideways by Sebesta. Now on the attack is Cheyenne Mountain. They put it home, and that time it was Kirchner. And it's down to a 3-point Tiger lead. One more, you might see a timeout. Tigers say, let's just not worry about that and get the point. Jarvis again to serve. Again, going toward Ramsey. Short, she digs. Does it touch the corner? No. And they've been attacking Ramsey with Jarvis. And she's been changing depth. And the Tigers won't call a timeout yet, but it's only a 1-point set, I beg your pardon. Floater long, and a miscue there. Jarvis mistimed it. She jumped, she was coming down. She almost hit that one while she was landing on the floor, and that's why she sent it high. So 2-point lead here as now Amond will come in and serve. Zips it down the line on the near side. Cheyenne Mountain will just have to play it over. Blocked at the net though by Huber. She just jumped up, bapped it straight down, and the Tigers get a much needed point. They lead it again by 3, and a timeout here for Cheyenne Mountain. We'll catch our breath. Our final timeout of the set here on the Erie Tiger Network.
There's a beast deep inside you. It will not die.
Ooh.
It will fight back.
Back in 11-8. Tigers lead it. They're waiting for the scoreboard to adjust. Sometimes it gets stuck, and there it is, a 3-point lead for Erie. It took a while to populate. It's right. 11. Should be 11. Well, now. So there is some scoreboard confusion. They punched it in a couple too many times. There it is, 11-8. So Cheyenne Mountain playing here out of the timeout, down by 3, and on the attack, it's blocked at the net. Set far side. Sebesta sends it down the line. Dug out there by Cheyenne Mountain. They'll have to play it over their heads. Third time. Here goes Huber. Amen. Quick set. Back for Michelson. Buried it. Oh, wide. Buried it wide.
They actually have a manual scoreboard on the floor now, too, as the electronic one has had some issues.
And now a puncher. Oh, Olsen had to dive to get it. Now Tigers have to be careful, and they won't. There's just too much real estate to cover in too short a time for Sebesta to get that over a third time, and it's a 1-point set.
I think the serve caught Erie off guard.
Oh, man. Now it's Eddie. Another sizzler, picked up that time by Michelson. Quick in the middle. Huber rockets one and puts it home. Needed that. You did not want to let Cheyenne Mountain tie that one up.
It went off, I thought, the face of Fox.
And now Sebesta will zip one in the back row. Dug there, set, near side, off tempo. Diving dig is Ahmed back onto the Cheyenne Mountain side. They'll off tempo again, blocked onto the Cheyenne Mountain side and put home. And Cheyenne Mountain was trying to get too cute that time, twice in a row. And Erie has a 3-point lead late. 13 serving 10. Floater in there for an ace, and the Tigers have match point. And so here comes Sebesta to try and win this match. Tigers would play at 6 tonight. Sebesta scanning the defense. The official gives the signal. She'll step into it. And that one is dug out from the back line. Set to the near side. Off tempo. Blocked! And the Tigers win it for the first time in 25 years. The Tigers win a game at state. And they will play tonight as they move on to the second round. They'll take on the Montrose Indians. Back-to-back Indian opponents. It was an exciting one, went the distance, 5 set, but the Tigers showed more mettle in that 5th set, Grayson, and they come away the victors.
They absolutely did. The senior leaders, Sebesta, Amond, Huber, stepped up when they needed to most, and Huber with the block said with a smile, probably had 7 blocks in this match, says we're moving on.
Oh man, we're moving on too. That's going to do it for us here in this broadcast of state volleyball. Tigers win it 22-25, 25-16, 25-16, 21-25, and 15-10. The final score, 3-2 in favor of Erie. We'll see them tonight at around probably more like 7 o'clock. It's scheduled for 6 o'clock. This floor running a little bit behind as they take on the 2 seed, Montrose. We'll see you tonight, Tiger fans. For Grayson Wolf, our producer, and Grayson Blaylock, I'm Brandon Bird. And until tonight, I'll chirp at you later.